Okay. Hello, everyone. Yeah, so I am Jeannot from the console loggers. So what we came up with is an app called WeTalk. So basically, what WeTalk will allow us to do is for us people like connect to other people, no matter what language they talk, no matter where they're from. So for us to be able to exchange and communicate. So if I can move to my next slide. So you can see, yeah. So WeTalk is a multilingual messaging app that will allow a person to reach and communicate with anyone around the world. And guess what? Using their preferred language. So what WeTalk does is I can sign up on the platform as a French-speaking person. And there's on the platform, let's say Chinese-speaking person or a Zulu-speaking person. But WeTalk will allow us still to be able to communicate. I'll be able to text the person in French, but they get the message in Zulu or in Chinese. So if I can move, and what are the use cases of the application? So as I said before, we can use it as a chatting and messaging app in the community. So people will be able to express their idea in their own language. They can make good.
Awesome. Sorry to interrupt you there. We're seeing your presentation slides, but they aren't presented.
Okay, let me do this now. Can you see them?
Yes. Okay. That's. So please select presenter view.
Yeah, just did now. So a minute. Start restart.
Post your time. So do not worry about that.
Okay. Can you see?
So we still see multiple screens.
Yeah, if you go on top, display settings, should give you the opportunity to go full screen. Click display settings.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I see.
Yes, so under display settings, please click the first option.
Okay, cool, thank you. Can you see that now?
Yes, that's
Yes,
perfect.
fine,
So I'll
fine.
be resuming your time now.
Okay, cool. So I was saying the use cases of the app would allow people to build relationships, and be free to express themselves with whoever they want to communicate to. And in terms of business, since Corona came and many businesses were forced to use digital technologies to reach their customers. For sure, not all our customers can speak English or can speak some official language. Some are maybe comfortable using their mother tongue, Zulu, Xhosa, or whatever. So WeChat will allow us to be able to reach those customers and ensure that they get the message we want to pass to them. So I can go to the next slide. And in terms of the features of the app, so we're gonna have text translation into your preferred language as explained earlier. And we have text-to-speech translation on demand. So the users will be able to request for a voice version of whatever message you send them. And we have speech to text. So if I decide to, instead of sending a text, I decide to use a voice note, my users can still be able to understand each other. And voice messages as well, we can convert and translate your voices, and to support local languages, which is our kind of main feature, because kind of we lack the supporting to local languages. Even if you go look on the APIs, you still see some European languages, but we want more focus on the African languages so that our businesses can actually maximize their chances of getting more customers. And in terms of stack used, so my front end is built using React and Bootstrap, and backend I went with Node.js and GraphQL, and I actually used IBM Cloud for my translations. So, and in conclusion, there's one saying by Nelson Mandela saying, if you talk to a man in language he understands, that goes to his head. But if you talk to him in his own language, that goes to his heart. So basically, we believe that WeTalk can help you build close relationships with your customers or your friends or family. Cool. So I will go to my demo now. So if I take, cool. Can you see my demo?
So it appears.
Yep.
Yes, we can see it now.
Okay, so for the app, we'll have the option to register first. So I'll create an account. Let's say I choose this person. I put the username, I put in a password, I confirm. And let's say for this person, they are English speakers and they register. Then I go create a new one. Let's say Mike, and they call Mike, and their password is so let's say they are French speaking. So I will register. Then let me log in as my English speaker. So I already can see there is Mike on the platform, and Mike is a French speaking person. So the platform will allow us not to be blocked to communicate to Mike. So I'll just text him. I say, good morning. Then I say, so just a message, I'm writing to him as if he's an English speaking person. So my message goes through, then I'll try login as Mike and see what message I get actually.
Is up. Judges, are you allowing him to continue demoing with your time?
I think he can continue.
Cool, so thank you. We can see Mike actually got the message in French, which is his language, and Mike can then decide to reply. I'm gonna try use a voice note, speak something in French to say, okay, I'm good and you. Je vais bien et toi? So I'll send that. That was just speech to text translation. Then I'll go see what actually Jeannot will receive as an English speaking person. Cool, you see, get the message in English. So basically that's the idea we came up with, and I thank you.
Awesome. Yes. Judges, you can ask questions now.
Question from Giovanni. I think nice, but the question is, how do you see related to COVID?
Yeah, so what I explained earlier is, so we're trying to maximize how the companies can reach people, can reach customers. So this will allow them even to go further into rural areas to speak to those people, not being limited by the language. So maybe those people, they only understand Zulu or whatever. So it might help them actually to reach those person. Like, that's how I see it.
Judges, any other questions?
Question from Darren. I'm actually glad Giovanni asked that question. It was also on my mind, but I think the answer that you guys gave was absolutely perfect. Because I wrote in my comments, I actually hope that this is a perfect platform that will help doctors come into local communities. I think it's a very cool idea, guys. What I want to find out is how good the translations will be, because if you're just connecting to something that does a direct translation, you're going to have obviously issues down the line. I mean, even if you look at companies like Facebook, for example. When you're on Facebook and you see, a friend of yours has posted something in a different language and you click translate this, almost 90% of the time the translation is not that accurate. It almost links to like some sort of translation that translates it word by word. And I find this is a problem I have in advertising as well, where we, if we want something translated from English to a certain language, we actually have to get a translator in, because each language is so unique with the way that you say things that you can't translate word by word. Is there a way that you guys have thought around this, as opposed to not having direct translations, which might just be, I suppose, a messy, awkward conversation?
Yes, thank you for the question. So what I thought of was we might have a phase one, which will be like publish the app for training purposes. So we can publish and people start using it and start getting, like we call it some reinforcement learning. We ask feedback based on our translation, and to see how, if a user like the translation, we know, okay, this is how we should do it. So basically I have a phase where we'll actually put the app into action in production, and I kind of learn and to actually translate properly. So that's what I thought of. Yeah.
So apologies if I might just jump in. I like what Darrell said. In fact, I want to piggyback on that. Oftentimes when you use translation services, we get lost in context. So what models are you going to use to train your app to understand context?
So, for example, I might build a model from, actually, you can say from scratch, using the maybe IBM platform. So we can actually get our, let's say, Zulu language and get some feedback. This is how you say this. This is in this situation, translate this way. Like just gathering the data, I think we might achieve that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for your presentation, and also thank you for the comments, and also for asking questions. That was time's up for the judges.